Hey everybody, it's Eduardo here with your DraftStream final results and talent pool preview. My apologies for the lateness of the hour. I went down a rabbit hole of trying to make the game better for you, but here we are. Jaybird completed the full money sweep, the clean sweep. Break out your brooms. Your boy did it. Not first, not second, but also the low ball as well. $90 plus international processing fees to the bird. How did he do it? How close was he to perfection? Well, let's take a look at the perfect call sheet, shall we? And it shook out a typical 8-1-1 construction with your optimal call sheet or your optimal stack of Rose Island, adult material headliner stack, the Surgeon's Cut headliner stack, and the Trial of Christine Keeler headliner stack. Would have gotten you 1,351 points, a very low scoring weekend. Matter of fact, look at this. A full almost 12 points below the season average. So, and actually, the season average going into this week was 87.16. This brought it down nearly half a full point. It's pretty low. Matter of fact, we only had one. Oh, so we end up having just 2 titles crawl over the 100-point mark. No title above 110 points. Just a historically low weekend in the DraftStream game. So, congratulations of being best among worst, or scoring highest among the least for Jaybird. His call sheet, and he went with adult material, exposure to Rose Island, and then also the Trial of Christine Keeler. Kudos to him. Now, Gamble 24x7, G24, the homie, gets third place, just 7 points off the pace. Almost made it into second place money, not quite. And he needed safety help, did not come. Disney Plus. What is going on with the Plus? Is it losing some of its luster? I mean, when we first started the game, it was like Hulu and Plus and Apple TV Plus that we really could have counted on for high scoring points. A little disappointed in safety. I mean, it made value, I guess, a little bit over 10x. I honestly thought Surgeon's Cut would have come through for your boy, because I also had a lot of the Surgeon's Cut, and it just did okay. So, I don't know. So this optimal stack of the Surgeon's Cut, if you're counting on it coming through, you were disappointed. And what we were holding out for was a Google user score that never came. Watch. Actually, let's check right now to see if it ever came. Watch, it actually came now when the game's actually over. No, it never came. So Surgeon's Cut betrayed us. But honestly, with a Netflix reality show program, you just never know. And that was our downfall. I say our because here I was in 5th place, needing the Surgeon's Cut to come through as well. Yeah, I went half and half. Rose Island Surgeon's Cut, a very unbalanced strategy, and it cost me in the end. Notable call sheets: Henner YYZ in the middle of the pack. What betrayed him this week? Oh, Pennyworth. Yeah, Pennyworth got done in. Let me show you where Pennyworth went wrong. Now, if you're going off of last year's scores, yeah, Pennyworth is fine. But look at what happened this year with Pennyworth. It got a 0 from Rotten Tomatoes. Everything else was okay to find. Metacritic, meh. But Rotten Tomatoes in the second season, if you went with Pennyworth, now 73% overall, looking fine, right? But it just snuck in today too, I think. Pennyworth had 1 critical rating Oh, that came in yesterday. Sorry. The 11th. Or, actually came in on Friday. 0%. One, Ian Cardona from CBR. Never heard of them. One critical rating was enough to sink Pennyworth's chances. Otherwise, pretty sound strategy. IDEMO, also middle of the pack. Needed a late surge from Tiny Pretty Things. Did not happen. Safety also disappointed. Let Them All Talk. Did okay. Optimal stack and Let Them All Talk. But you need better than okay to make the money in this game. And of course, Brown Baby, the mascot, the draft mom. Pennyworth did her no favors. The stand-in sucked. 55.10. That's terrible. Not Dirty Pretty Things. Dirty Pretty Things is a great movie back in the early aughts, of which I first discovered Chiwetel Ejiofor. This is Tiny Pretty Things, a Netflix series about ballerina life. And it also sucked. It was below the default score. It's not what you want. So, I don't know, Mom. I mean, it is a gamble. Anytime you're taking on a Monday releasing title, I mean, you really are rolling the dice, because you're not going to get an audience score until final results at best. Now, it worked for us a long time ago with Never Have I Ever. Yeah, that's right. The Mindy Kaling produced show about the Indian American girl going through high school. But in this case, it did not work. And also, sometimes it comes through for Acorn TV. Acorn TV tends to release their shows Monday mornings. So, I don't know. You took a swing, you missed. You rolled the dice, came up empty. Nice try, Mom. And running away, Jaybird with his lowball call sheet. The perfect lowball call sheet was 536. And in that, it was objectively probably the worst title this week. Dr. Seuss's The Grinch Musical, 42.70. Also happened to coincide with some pretty good salary to get us over that 75,000 mark. So that's a nice start right here. I guess we can call this the optimal low, the low optimal stack for Dr. Seuss. Bobbleheads, bad. Songbird, bad. Stand-in, bad. So, how did Jaybird compare? And for those who have seen Tenet, which will, spoiler alert, be featured in this week's talent pool, he used his call sheet pincer movement. Shout out Jaybird. So he had exposure to the bad stuff. Songbird, nice. Tiny Pretty Things, nice. Wild Mountain Thyme, nice. And sadly enough, I'm actually still kind of intrigued to watch this movie. I don't know why. I do know why. I love me some Emily Blunt and John Hamm. And then Dr. Seuss, The Grinch Musical, an interesting construction, a headliner and a day player, and no in between. So congratulations, Jaybird. $90. What's that? 2,000 Canadian? Sorry, couldn't help it. That's some xenophobia hate right there. Xenophobic hate. All right, so we're moving on to this week's talent pool. Feast your eyes, damn it. So we have everything from another round down to total control, and you're gonna have to work for it this week. We are finally back to something resembling more of our normal, a real bona fide salary structure. 14,000 was the top salary last week. Well, kiss that goodbye. This week, The Expanse, baby. 20,400 for Steven Strait, 20,300 for Dominique Tipper. And you ask yourselves, is it worth it? Well, I don't know about in this game, but as far as in the legitimate world, I love me The Expanse. Now, this isn't just blind loyalty to the 5th season of The Expanse, but it's already getting great reviews. It's starting with a baseline of 8.5 overall for the series. Early reviews that are in are loving it. I don't know. I mean, you may have to pay up for points and not value. But where else can you find some value? Well, Ma Rainey, 16,200. Still pretty expensive, but that also has been released in theaters where eligible, and I think it's done pretty well right there. So to get Chadwick and Viola, gonna pay through the nose. What else is interesting? Ariana Grande. These Netflix music documentary specials have done pretty well. The last one we saw here was Blackpink, and they hit for 107 plus. So 15,000 feels right for Ariana Grande in her music docu concert. Greenland, Gerard Butler. Seems that could be some value right there. Tenet. Now, the thing about Tenet that this price for, and I saw Tenet. I've seen Tenet twice now in the past week and a half. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell it is, but these prices feel very baked in. Like, I'm not sure if you're going to get a ton of value out of 11,500. I mean, the points are going to be what they are. It's been out in theaters for months. It's coming to VOD officially on the 15th. Oh, I guess that's essentially late tonight or Tuesday, tomorrow. So I feel like everyone who's seen it is going to see it. I mean, hell, you can just do a Google search for Tenet. And you're going to see, and every score you want is already out there. So now what we have to wonder is how baked in are these scores? You go to the IMDb, like how big a sample size is out there? 197,000, pretty big sample size. As a matter of fact, let me rate this. I don't quite understand it, but I really enjoyed it. And just give you an idea on the Christopher Nolan scale, Dunkirk gets a 10. All right, Inception gets a 10. Tenet, actually a 9 is pretty. I'll give it an 8 because I'm still trying to figure it out. That's fair. So anyways, Tenet, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of wiggle room here, but I don't know. Maybe a 7.6 here, 71% Rotten Tomatoes, 69% Metacritic. Yes, what's kind of holding it back? Okay. So I don't know. So, I mean, if you want a title that you can depend on, Tenet is nice starting, is a nice building block for your call sheet. And then maybe you can squeeze in, if not a headliner, maybe you can squeeze in our boy Wes Chatham from The Expanse as a co-star. I think you don't want exposure to Expanse. I think my indicators show it's going to hit for about 118 to 120. So you need those points, especially with the bonus points. Some actual legitimate value that might be had. Something that might have either mispriced or it could be lurking under the radar. You know what? It could be The Stand. Now, I have nothing against Stephen King. I love the idea of him being so prolific, dabbles in a few different genres, but I'm not a horror person. But 8,800, even when I was pricing it out, now I'm still going by historical data because we have a nice, robust master score list going on for the last eight or 9 months to work with. But going off of that data, going off of the scores are already out there, 8,800. I mean, it felt low when I put it out there, but it's what the data indicated. So, I don't know. Maybe The Stand could be your source for hidden value. Netflix dramedy, How to Ruin Christmas, The Wedding. Nah, I don't think there's much value there. Holiday Heartbreak. We don't have much data on BET, so this actually could be totally underpriced. I just don't know. The issue with BET movies, like movies of the week, is that by and large, and I'm not going to play the race card per se, but by and large, a lot of these major outlets or multiple outlets don't necessarily cover it unless it's something super duper big and splashy. But honestly, I mean, so that might not even be a BET thing. That might just be a movie of the week thing because these Lifetime and Hallmark Movie Channel movies don't get a lot of coverage either. So that might just be upper limit, basic cable, lack of exposure. So I don't know, but if a certain demographic really cottons to it. Kind of like early on with the Clark sisters, when it actually was trending on a sleepy Saturday night way back in May. If it catches fire like that, who knows? So, I don't know. And Lisa Ray McCoy, she's a veteran of these type of movies. Maybe she does catch a little fire. Maybe she gets, 700 gets you 95 points. That'd be tremendous value. And yeah, War with Grandpa. I don't know. Maybe De Niro needed to make a third vacation home rent payment or something. I'm not sure why he's in this. It looks terrible. So this would probably be your building block for your lowball call sheet. All right. So I think that's enough to get you all started. Same rules apply. 3 max call sheets. Try to go for the high and the low if you want to. Call sheets are due 6 p.m. Pacific time. This Thursday. Quite possibly our last go round with the spreadsheet format. So give it all you got. Thanks everybody for playing. Thanks everybody for watching. I really truly appreciate the data. Honestly, you guys, if this is our last week together, you guys really have made it special and truly helped me out through a lot of trial and error. I could not have done this without you. You've helped me find new avenues of data that interest me, that adds context and depth to the game. I really do appreciate, the regulars, the money we've given out, just a stepping stone to the hopefully hundreds, thousands to millions of dollars we'll be giving out next year with the Cinema Draft and DraftStream games. So give yourselves a pat on the back for hanging in there with us. For all you who've won money, congrats to the winners. To all you who keep playing regardless, Draft Mom, thank you for your support. I'm going to see you guys back here Thursday, sometime after 6 p.m. Pacific time, with the call sheet review and weekend preview. Thanks, everybody. Holla at your boy.